The very tongue, whose keen reproof before had wounded me, that either cheek was stained, now ministered my cure. So have I heard, Achilles in his father's javelin coust pain first, and then the boon of health restored. Turning our back upon the vale of woe, W crossed th encircled mound in silence. There was twilight dim, that far along the gloom mine eye advanced not, but I heard a horn sounded aloud. The peal it blew had made the thunder feeble. Following its course the adverse way, my strained eyes were bent on that one spot. So terrible a blast Orlando blew not, when that dismal rout o'erthrew the host of Charlemagne, and quenched his saintly warfare. Thitherward not long my head was rised, when many lofty towers methought I spied. Master, said I, what land is this? He answered straight, too long a space of intervening darkness has thine eye to traverse, thou hast therefore widely erred in thy imagining. Thither arrive thou well shalt see, how distance can delude the sense. A little therefore urge thee on. Then tenderly he caught me by the hand, yet know, said he, ere farther we advance, that it less strange may seem, these are not towers, but giants. In the pit they stand immersed, each from his navel downward, round the bank. As when a fog disperseth gradually, our vision traces what the mist involves condensed in air, so piercing through the gross and gloomy atmosphere, as more and more we neared toward the brink, mine error fled, and fear came o'er me. As with circling round of turrets, Monterregin crowns his walls, e'en thus the shore, encompassing th abyss, was turreted with giants, half their length uprearing, horrible, whom Jove from heaven yet threatens, when his muttering thunder rolls. Of one already I descried the face, shoulders, and breast, and of the belly huge great part, and both arms down along his ribs. All teeming nature, when her plastic hand left framing of these monsters, did display past doubt her wisdom, taking from mad war such slaves to do his bidding, and if she repent her not of th elephant and whale, who ponders well confesses her therein wiser and more discreet, for when brute force and evil will are backed with subtlety, resistance none avails. His visage seemed in length and bulk, as doth the pine, that tops St. Peter's Roman fane, and th other bones of like proportion, so that from above the bank, which girdled him below, such height arose his stature, that 3 Frieslanders had striven in vain to reach but to his hair. Full 30 ample palms was he exposed downward, from whence a man his garments loops. Raffle by Amath Savi Olmi, so shouted his fierce lips, which sweeter hymns became not, and my guide addressed him thus. O senseless spirit! Let thy horn for thee interpret, therewith vent thy rage, if rage or other passion wring thee. Search thy neck, there shalt thou find the belt that binds it on. Wild spirit! Lo, upon thy mighty breast where hangs the baldric. Then to me he spake, he doth accuse himself. Nimrod is this, through whose ill counsel in the world no more one tongue prevails. But pass we on, nor waste our words, for so each language is to him, as his to others, understood by none. Then to the leftward turning sped we forth, and at a sling's throw found another shade far fiercer and more huge. I cannot say what master hand had girt him, but he held behind the right arm fettered, and before the other with a chain, that fastened him from the neck down, and 5 times round his form apparent met the wreath links. This proud one would of his strength against Almighty Jove make trial, said my guide, whence he is thus requited, Ephialtes him they call. Great was his prowess, when the giants brought fear on the gods, those arms, which then he piled, now moves he never. Forthwith I returned, fain would I, if 't were possible, mine eyes of Briareus immeasurable gained experience next. He answered, thou shalt see not far from hence Antaeus, who both speaks and is unfettered, who shall place us there where guilt is at its depth. Far onward stands whom thou wouldst fain behold, in chains, and made like to this spirit, save that in his looks more fell he seems. By violent earthquake rocked ne'er shook a tower, so reeling to its base, as Ephialtes. More than ever then I dreaded death, nor than the terror more had needed, if I had not seen the cords that held him fast. We, straightway journeying on, came to Antaeus, who 5 ells complete without the head, forth issued from the cave. O thou, who in the fortunate vale, that made great Scipio air of glory, when his sword drove back the troop of Hannibal in flight, who thence of old didst carry for thy spoil 100 lions, and if thou hadst fought in the high conflict on thy brethren's side, seems as men yet believed, that through thine arm the sons of earth had conquered, now vouchsafe to place us down beneath, where numbing cold locks up Cocytus. Force not that we crave or Tychius' help or Typhon's. Here is one can give what in this realm ye covet. Stoop therefore, nor scornfully distort thy lip. He in the upper world can yet bestow renown on thee, for he doth live, and looks for life yet longer, if before the time grace call him not unto herself. Thus spake the teacher. He in haste forth stretched his hands, and caught my guide. Alcides whilom felt that grapple straighten score. Soon as my guide had felt it, he bespake me thus, this way that I may clasp thee, then so caught me up, that we were both one burden. As appears the tower of Caracenda, from beneath where it doth lean, if chance a passing cloud so sail across, that opposite it hangs, such then Antaeus seemed, as at mine ease I marked him stooping. I were fain at times to have passed another way. Yet in th abyss, that Lucifer with Judas low Ingolfs, lightly he placked us, nor their leaning stayed, but rose as in a bark the stately mast.